What's going on YouTube? Today we got the G-Speed backup on the bench. Now it looks a little bit different, just a little, from the last time you guys seen it. I don't know, my lighting might not be the best, but we got gold scale hardware now opposed to the black that was on here prior. I fixed the rear mount links. They were mounted all sorts of wrong. Could I have ran it like that? Yes. Would it be ideal? Not really. And also that fixed my rear axle being on angle because it was kind of pitched up, and my if I were to mount a drive shaft then it would have rubbed on the links, which would have been fine-ish. It's metal on metal, but you don't really want anything rubbing on your drive shaft, so not really ideal. And I think that is everything. Yes, that is. Oh, and I got G-Speed body mounts. Well, for the slide the post in. I'm going above where the links, the rod in front of links is. I just gotta file that so if it sits flush and I can pick up those two holes. It's just one right now. Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so we can get to wrenching. Okay, now that you guys are closer, we can open up the next bag of parts. We'll open the next part. We got incision drive shafts. These are just steel incision drive shafts. Here is the part number if you want to pick some up for yourself. So, SCX10 drive shaft steel. Now, I don't know if the rear is going to reach. The front should be fine. The rear might be a problem, which I do have longer drive shafts, so not really an issue. And the details for that comp, I believe I talked about that last video. No, the last wrenching video is probably what I did. Details on that have been posted. It is September 29th, so for those of you who are in the Niagara area or in Port Colborne, September 29th, 9:30 a.m. There's a tech time, but I forget what it is. Okay, we got the drive shafts out. We have the front here, and we have the rear. I need my 2mm. And I guess we can try to see if the rear will reach. Or do I have that? I think this is rear. Oh no. We will figure this shit out together. There you go. Kind of. We're not gonna be able to see with my hands in the way. Now, I think it might touch my body post mount, but that's okay. I might file some material off at the front to make some clearance. And the moment of truth while these reach. I'm just gonna do one end at a time. Oh yes, before I do that, I totally forgot we have shims that I want to put on. Do not have to, but you can run them, which I was wanting to. If I can. Not sure these little guys. They just go before you put your drive shafts on, and then that stops the, any in and out movement you may have. I'm dropping things. This might not be easy. now. Where did it go? We're dropping things like hot potato up in here. Hoping to have this done before the comp. There we go. God damn it! There, shims are on. I was just being an idiot and I could have just, you know, flipped this thing upside down so I wouldn't have to fight with the links and that. Everything the hard way with me. Okay, now for the drive shafts. You guys probably won't be able to see. The incision ones are 2 mil instead of 1.5. And also for that comp, it is a $25 buy-in per rig, so you can run multiple rigs if you want. If you want to run 2, you can run 2, which I am planning on. As long as everything goes well, I should be running 2. But worst case, I just run the VRD carbon. Is it no big deal? Because that thing is always ready for action. Okay, the rear. Trying to rotate this so I can get it lined up with the hole. There we go. Okay, never mind. The rears are long enough. And another 2mm screw that holds this onto the input of the transmission. And my transmission still isn't tightened down fully, but there we go. We got the rear end. And it's just the same process for the front switch. And I'm gonna have to either remove this completely or try to take some material off. I've tried and filed the body post mount the best I can. I might try to even get a little bit more so it's not rubbing. Again, metal on metal would probably most likely be fine, but I would rather not have anything rubbing at all if I can get that to happen. Now for the front drive shaft. Let's see if this is long enough. If not, I guess it's no big deal because I have others that I can use, or if I have to use a rear as a front, then we can go that way, but my goal is to hopefully maybe have this done by the next month for that comp. Hoping. So I'm trying to get all the body stuff done so then I can just get that sent off. I am not painting it. A buddy of mine has a painter and he's seen the body he painted for him and it looks awesome. So he hasn't done a hard body before, so I am the guinea pig. And I told him I was willing to be. I left it open for it being his first hard body. All I said was I wanted the bed to be black and the paint, whatever color he goes with, to match the blue Machete V2s. That was about it. Any design or pattern or whatever, if he chooses to go that route, I left that open to him. Now I don't think this front's gonna be long enough. It might, but nope. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. I am going to grab another drive shaft. Drive shaft is in, and that, I believe, if I remember correctly, is a rear for an axial bomber, so I think it's a rear. TDR Hero steel drive shaft. Now I just have a spare incision one. I could put that on my 10-1 and throw out the rusty incision one that's there. Okay. And I am aware I'm gonna have to take out the transmission again. 2 drill holes, but for now it's fine. Now we can move on to the next part, which can be yes, we can move on to electronics now, which is exciting because that means this, I'm hoping this can move under its own power in this video. Okay, got some double-sided tape. I believe that's where I got it from. Or servo tape, sorry. Double-sided tape, servo tape. Same. For a servo, we got an NSD RC700V2. Here's the specs on the back. Go. I have the 800 in the VRD Carbon and love it. This is a direct power servo, so it doesn't, you can't just plug it into your receiver and go. You either have to solder in one of these guys or pick up a adapter, which you can get from Reefs, which is where I got mine from. Here it is outside of the package. This is LP, so low profile, water resistant. Don't know if that's important to you or not, but this thing ain't going in water, and certainly I am not going to be attempting what I did with the VRD Carbon, which is that went splash. Okay. Bringing everything closer to me. I might need this spacer when we go to put the motor in. I just might. So it mocked up just holding it there, and I think it's gonna hit. I think this guy is gonna go in here like so. And I don't have my drag link set up or anything. I'm waiting for us to get all the electronics in so I can power it up and center it so it can self-center. And the last screw. I've already went ahead and put the other ones in, just for time-saving purposes. It'd be interesting to see how this does compared to the Carbon, which performance-wise, I think the Carbon's gonna do better. This does have more weight, but Carbon has overdrive, underdrive. I believe this has underdrive because I did buy the axle set, the coming kits for the F10Ts for the VRD Carbon, so I might have some. Okay, now for motor and ESC. First, Hopefully. Here's what we're going to be using for a motor, or running for a motor and ESC. This is a, I'm pretty sure it's a 1900 kV brushless censored 4-pole motor, and we got a Mamba Micro X for a ESC, and it has a TX60, which is a bonus because that's all my shreddy packs have, or smaller batteries. That's all they got is TX60s, which they're easy to find on everything, just like Deans or T connectors, which makes me like them even more. Okay. I am trying to get everything situated, figure out where I kind of want everything to go. I'm thinking right here, so we don't have to cross over the transmission or anything. Okay, I think just for video's sake and time, I'm just gonna mount the motor, deal with routing the wires off camera because you guys don't really need to watch me route wires, and that just takes up more time. So just have things kind of roughly in place, and I do need a pinion on here too, but yeah, I might as well. Since we're doing stuff with the motor, might as well put the pinion on, which is a Deluxe Fab 11 tooth pinion. And starting with the motor, I was, at the time when I was thinking of what motor ESC I wanted to run in here, Tim reached out to me. I appreciate you, my man, if you're watching this. And he had this up. He was gonna sell it, and I'm like, perfect, I will take it. So, thank you again for the motor and ESC, even though I did obviously pay for it. Still, it came through with the hookup, I guess. Well, he kind of did. So, perfect timing on his part. Go take that little 1.50 and then find the flat spot on here to screw the pinion onto. Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know Deluxe pinions did that. I guess they're two separate pieces. They have the green color piece, and the actual gear itself is separate. I did not know that. Come on. Rotato, potato. And thank God for magnetic tools as well. These VP drivers are amazing. Long handle, magnetic, bearing on the end. Like, need I say more? Beautiful. Alright. I have two different size screws, or lengths, sorry, but you can make it work just for now. I can always go in and fix things. Anyways, I'll show you what I mean real quick. So obviously your transmission's not gonna mount like that, it's gonna mount like this, but my drive shaft kind of hits there and you can kind of see that's where it rubs. So I've been taking the file and been filing down here and on the top to try to get this sit properly. needs a little bit more filing. And if I screw that one up, I have extras. So I am not too worried at all. Just need a whole line up. I'm not setting motor mesh or anything like that yet. Oh, it's cross bracing to make my life difficult. Should have done this before servo. Tools knocking over. Driver's not really straight because the servo's in and it's kind of on an angle. And just like that, the motor is in with one screw. It's temporary. Same with the ESC. I got that stuck down with a piece of servo tape just for right now. Make everything look kind of pretty for right now. Anyways. And for a receiver, okay, we gotta move this completely out of the way. This came in a little bit ago. We got the Noble N4B Plus. I know there's the there's another one. I heard the screen or whatever's not the brightest when it comes to being out in the sun or what have you. This is also an 8-channel radio, which you don't necessarily need in a comp rig, but I want to give it a go. Something a little bit fancy. Out of the box is ambidextrous, so you can take the wheel, move it if you decide, make it easier, or you can also move it onto the opposing side as well. But I'm fine with it being over here. We got some trim buttons on the top there. Lighting's kind of crap, I know. And some other ones on the in front and behind the wheel, I guess you could say. And it does not take a AA batteries. I believe it's I don't know. It escapes me at this point in time. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of reading, a little bit of research. Am I putting it on backwards? Might be. There we go. I'm getting warm. It's kind of like that way and up. Now, how do you turn this on? I didn't really do any research upon ordering said radio, which is kind of a smart thing to do. But is it here? Oh shit. Okay, looks like we got some telemetry stuff. Channel 2 for throttle. You got channel 3, all the rates. So I am completely new to this. And it looks like it has a full, nope, half battery. Okay, cool. So I might have to do some reading up on this. Oh. Okay. Cool. Okay, I think we're gonna turn you off for right now.
Shutting down.
Okay, got a radio that talks to me. Fantastic. And in this black box, we have the receiver itself, along with some other things that I don't know what they are. Careful not to cut the antenna, because that would be bad. I pre-ordered this off of Aiming. Don't know what this is for, what it does. So we have some looks to be diagram. I got a rubber grip opposed to the hard plastic that's already on the radio. I guess the charger for the battery for the radio, and some screen protectors maybe? Maybe? I have no clue what these are. And I do know it comes with some different springs for the trigger, so you can change those out if you would like. Get it how you like it. And of course some stickers and the here's a sticker sheet, flash guy, and here is the quick start guide that I am probably definitely going to be needing to read. Yes, just put this all back in real quick. So we can get it just kind of, the receiver kind of stuck to the chassis. And call it a video before this gets too long. I don't understand Chinese, so that's kind of, or Japanese or whatever. Bring the G-speed back up. Oh, before we do that, here's the receiver itself. You guys can't see anything. Go. No, I don't know if it comes pre-bound or I'm gonna have to bind it, which I imagine that quick guide will tell me how to do, or if I want, I can just good old YouTube it. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as the GT5, because GT5 is stupid easy to bind. I think this, I don't know if I want it on the same side over there, or I don't want to have wires kind of, I might. Kind of have it in here as well, somewhere. That for now. It's a mess right now. Not everything's held down like the transmission. I still gotta drill a hole in the skid plate to make so this. Oh, so I have 2 screws holding it in. English is slowly depleting from my brain, and I gotta do some more filing on that. But I think we're gonna. That's a wrap. I believe also I'm gonna need the spacer that the ultralight transmission comes with from Deluxe, which is this little guy right here. I believe I'm also gonna need this. Yeah, it's starting to get excited. We're getting all the electronics in. Soon this can run under its own power. I just gotta figure out how to do the battery tray. I know the motor towards the back isn't really what you want. You kind of want it forward more, for more of a forward weight bias, but Win some, you lose some. Thank you guys for watching.